Hey team, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Lara, and this channel is all about minimalistic and intentional living. So if this feels like something that you're keen to get on board with, feel free to subscribe. I do post videos every Thursday. Today, I'm going to go through some of my planning for mid-year. So this year, mid-year planning became kind of a thing. I don't necessarily do it all the time, but it's good to, usually it would be like a, let's look at where I'm at and be like, oh yeah, cool, let's keep going on the track. But this year, because of the world imploding, I had a lot of big goals that I now cannot achieve. So I'm going to go through and reassess a couple of things. I'm going to redo my vision board because I had things on there like travel to 10 countries, and now travel is almost impossible from Australia. So I am going to readjust that, and also I'm going to do my next 12-week plan in the life map. So if you haven't heard of the life map, it's Michelle B's planner. Michelle B, for those who don't know, I will link her below. She is an amazing YouTuber. She's all about intentional living, which is why I bought this, because I trust her exercises to the moon and back. So I'm going to take you through my 12-week plan for the next 12 weeks going, and reassessing some goals and getting some stuff moving. Okay, so for those who have been with me for a little minute, you might know that my goals for the year were framed around a couple of values, but also around one key theme or quote. And that quote for this year was, what you fill your days with becomes your life. Because I wanted to remind myself that it's not just about these big overarching tick goals, it's also about the little things that you put in place every day. How do you, in your day-to-day, enact your values and live a life of your dreams? Because it doesn't just happen as something far away that you reach for, it happens in your everyday as well. So that's gonna stay, but that's the framework to which I put my entire year. So let's have a quick look at my vision board and see some things that are wrong with it now. So this was my vision board for the year. If you guys watched my vision board making video, you'll be pretty familiar with this. So there's a couple of things on here that I'm going to change over. So swimming is now a maybe because pools are mostly closed. And I'm not sure how long it will take them to reopen. So I might rethink this one. I'm now like almost not interested at all at working hard towards the goal of my Instagram, because really my YouTube channel is my focus. So the goal for the year is 1,000 subscribers. And that can stay. All of this stuff, which is about working on my marriage and going for adventures, all of that is also going to stay. But this guy of my 10 countries visited is going to move. So a couple of things on here that are going to shift around are like, all this stuff down here that's Instagram related, meh, I might replace with a few more adventure and outdoor activity stuff, because I'd still like to do that. And we are now allowed to travel pretty freely around our state, just not interstate. Now onto life map planning. So this book, first of all, a quick review, is amazing. So at the start, it kind of makes you go through like all of these activities, like at the start of the year, that make you kind of go, what are your values? What do you want to start, stop, continue? If you were designing the worst year of your life, what would the worst year of your life look like? And then what does that teach you about what you truly value over what you think you value? So my values, as you can see down here, relationships, particularly my marriage, my family, health, adventure. I'll do a little like zoomed in version so you can see. My first 12-week plan, I really focused on my relationship and my family. So now in this next 12-week, I really want to focus on my health and adventure. Adventure clearly sorely lacking because, I mean, we're in a pandemic. So next was a quick start, stop, continue exercise. And they're all just coming up with systems as to how I can implement these things. A couple of dream plans for the year of things that I would like to get to, go to, adventure on. So then it goes through a couple of things of goals you could accomplish that after accomplishing them could make everything easier. I'm skipping through a couple, but this activity is actually my favorite, and I find it's one that really makes me think about where I'm at. Possibly because I'm a performer as well, that sometimes in my brain I'm in a movie. So this exercise is, look at your current circumstances and reflect on your life as if you're the main character of a movie, and fill in the blank below. Why don't they just blank already? So I love this because I do this all the time when I'm watching movies. I'm like, why don't they just do this already? It's such an easy solution. So this activity makes you do that. So mine are, why don't they just do physio already? Why don't they just exercise already? Why don't they just go to bed already? Why don't they just leave home already? So next, in thinking about what goals I wanted to set and where I wanted to get to, I kind of had three main ideas of stuff. And one of them, based on all of these activities we just did, I want to think about consistent exercise. I want to think about my mental wellness, and I want to think about going out on more adventures. So then it takes you through, once you've figured these couple of goals out that you're thinking about, it makes you rank them and picking one as your most important and then two as secondary goals, which are great if you get to them, but it's not really your main priority. So that stage of prioritizing done, it then takes you through a couple of exercises about isolating your why. Why are these goals important to you? And then thinking about outcomes for these goals, because having a clear vision of an outcome can really help you to get there. So I decided to make mine a handstand because handstands terrify me. As a circus performer, I don't like the ground. I am a bass, so I can carry people. I'm a juggler, so I can stand and throw stuff. I'm an aerialist because then I'm in the air and I don't have to worry about the ground. So I'm going to try and work through that in a really consistent way. I'm doing this video and telling you about it to also have a little bit of accountability, and we'll see how we go. Here are my milestones that I've mapped out. So as you can see, they're kind of like steps towards being able to do a handstand. And I think that if I do this, it will give me that push that I need. Because one of the things that I noticed when I went into therapy is that things need to be challenging for me to be interested. So if things are easy and normal, I'm unlikely to do them. But if it's kind of like, I don't think you could do that, it makes me want to try. So having these ongoing goals and targets that keep moving further and further away from me is more likely to make me want to chase it. So I'm excited about doing that. So I have a plan moving forward for these three goals. So I don't want to be stuck inside. I don't want to have a boring marriage, and I don't want the voices in my brain to rule what I do. So that is what my goals are going to be centered around for the next 12 weeks. I've made a little plan of attack. And one of those things is going to be accountability. So I have an accountability partner in my sister to help me track my goals. We meet once a week to talk through where we're at. I have an accountability partner in my coach, who I send daily updates of whether I've done my exercise or not. And then the third accountability partner I have is you guys. I've also decided that I'm going to put this on my Instagram account with updates so that I can be accountable to you guys. So between now and the next 12 weeks, the goal is a handstand of some description. So I am keen. I love this book to death. It is all laid out good for me to go to track week to week. My vision board has been adjusted with now where I want to go, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I also would thoroughly recommend this book. I don't know if she has any physical copies left. I think she may have sold out of kind of the physical book copy, but she still has printable copies left for purchase, so you can kind of print them out yourself, or you can keep them as a digital copy that you can fill in online. That's the version that my sister has. As always, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all that stuff. If you have the life map already, let me know. I'd be really curious to see who actually crosses over both of our communities. All right, team, that's it from me. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.